Hello, I'm the 10-minute English teacher. Let's get you exam ready. Today, we are revising for Macbeth and I'm going to teach you how to write any essay. Before we get going, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are plenty of things on the channel for you to revisit to help you revise for Macbeth. Okay, let's learn how to write any essay. We're going to start off by thinking about what we actually need to know for the exam. First thing we need to know is what actually happens in the play. There are plenty of videos in the playlist that give you a really quick, brief overview to help you understand all the things that happen in Act 1 to 5. You also need to be able to recall 25 to 30 key quotes without looking. Here's an example of one. Fair is foul and foul is fair. That's a key quote from the play. If we know about 25 to 30 and interesting analytical things to say about them, then we're also exam ready. The only other thing we need to know is how to structure the essay, which is what we're thinking about today. So let's think about what we're actually going to be asked to write an essay about. You'll be asked something like, how is deceit presented in Macbeth, with a page from the play to get you going. You will need to use a couple of references from that extract in your essay. You really just need to look for the keyword in the question, and then you pick about 6 moments where the keyword features in the play. In this question, the keyword is deceit. So we would be thinking about key moments in the wider play where deceit takes place. So let's think about those keywords and what you might actually be asked. Here is a list of key characters. We've got Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, Banquo, the Witches, King Duncan or Macduff. Those are the main characters in Macbeth. You may be asked about murder, which is a theme, but you're not going to be asked about one of the murderers who kills Banquo. So those are the key characters. You might be asked to write an essay about one of them, or you might be asked to write about a theme. So here is a list of themes. Now, these themes together look quite overwhelming. This is quite an extensive list and they might be a bit threatening to you, but actually in many ways they're all linked. So we've got lies, also deceit or duplicity and the truth, all very similar ideas. So all of those are linked by theme. All of these ideas are linked by theme. If you're talking about evil, you're also talking about morality or immorality, doing the wrong thing. All of these ideas are linked. If you're asked about power, you might also be able to write about control and vice versa. These are all very, very closely aligned. And if we're asked about loyalty, friendships, trust, betrayal, the suspicions we might have of others, all of these are very similar ideas. So in all honesty, if we know the play, we will be ready for anything if we know those key moments and what happens in the play itself. So knowing 25 key quotes by heart is really important for you. Here's an example of another key quote. Look the innocent flower and be the serpent under it. It's one we are probably familiar with from Act 1, said by Lady Macbeth. And the thing that's really good about this quote is that it can be used in relation to any of these different ideas. So whilst we might have looked at that list a little while ago of all the different themes that you could be asked about, when you actually think about the quotes that we might know and the moments in the text that we can explore, it isn't as challenging as you might think at first glance. So we're going to think about writing a really great paragraph using evil as our theme, imagining that that was the keyword in the question and we've had to write about evil moments or moments where evil is present in the play. This is how I do that. I'm going to start off with a point. So we've got here, Lady Macbeth is an evil character and manipulates Macbeth. The keyword is there, evil, but I could have exchanged that for a number of different words from our list. She has control over him. And here's my bit of evidence. So we've had a point. Here's the evidence. Look the innocent flower and be the serpent under it is what Lady Macbeth says. And the only thing I need to do now to finish this paragraph is provide some analysis. And here's an example of that. The image of the serpent in this metaphor provides a biblical allusion to sin and damnation, which is foreshadowing their downfall. The use of imperatives reflects the power and control she has over Macbeth. She's commanding him, and that's reflected in the use of language here. She's the dominant partner in their relationship, and she uses her power over Macbeth for evil gain. So I've written a great paragraph. That'd be one of the key moments that I would explore in my essay. So let's just think about how we actually structure the whole essay. I'm going to start with an introductory paragraph. I'm going to show you a model one in a moment. Then you think about using 2 quotes from the extract and you do PEA paragraphs like the one I've just shown you. Then you've got to pick 5 or 6 moments from your memory and you wrap it up by writing a paragraph about what we and all the Jacobeans learn from that keyword and the way it's presented in the text. So here's my introductory paragraph. I'm going to walk you through it now. We're going to start by explaining that Shakespeare wrote the play for King James I. He'd just survived the gunpowder plot. He was fearful of treason. And also he was somebody who was fearful of the supernatural. He was a persecutor of witches. So I've explained that he was using the play to please him, but he's also using the play to promote messages to the Jacobeans in support of the king. And he's there. The Macbeth's point is to as a play is to provide us all with the message that treason and witchcraft will lead to consequences to be suffered by us if we engage in them. So if you do witchcraft or you do treason, bad things will happen. And then we finish with a link to the keyword at the end of that paragraph. So we start by saying he's written the play for King James I. Then we explain that he uses the play as a vehicle to share messages with his Jacobean audience, and he wants us to realise that if we engage in treason or witchcraft, we will suffer the consequences. And then we make a link to that keyword. So I'm going to show you a model response before it's over to you. Here's my introductory paragraph. Shakespeare wrote Macbeth for King James I, who had survived the gunpowder plot and also feared plots against him. He was also fearful of the supernatural and was a persecutor of witches. Macbeth provided Shakespeare's Jacobean audience with the message that supernatural and treason cannot succeed, which is why the evil acts of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth inform their downfall. Now that paragraph, at the end, we've got evil, but we've also got Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. So if I was asked about Macbeth, Lady Macbeth or evil, this is a perfect paragraph. But if we think about that word evil right at the end, you can swap that with any number of different themes and it will still work. If you follow those steps, talk about King James I, talk about the Jacobeans, and then talk about why that key theme is so interesting and how it suits those purposes, you are well on your way to writing your essay. So we write our introductory paragraph. Then you would have to engage with the extract. A couple of quotes from that are needed to be analysed by you. And then you think about other moments from your memory. What you can do now, if you want to attempt a past paper question of your own, and you've got a number of different possibilities in front of you, just choose one of these keywords and think really carefully about what those moments you would explore are. And then you have a go at writing those paragraphs. Another thing you can do is you could use any one of these key themes or characters to write your own flashcards where you think about different moments that you would use if this was the keyword that you had to explore in your essay. Okay, check out the other videos on my channel. I'll continue to add content. Feel free to ask for something you'd like to see me cover in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and keep revising.